Hey everybody, it's Jim, also known as Final Neuron, back again for another round of Ogre Battle 64. Let's get into it. So we had a big, long, huge cutscene after the last chapter because we captured the capital of the southern region, and now we're headed over to Mylesia to head off the advance of the Western Division. Oh, we got waylaid. Idealism and realism. That was definitely the kind of point of conflict between Zavik and Frederick last time. What's wrong? We don't have any time to spare. Our scout was ambushed. By whom? Is it the Western Division? They're already this close to us? Actually, it doesn't seem like it's them, but they are hostile toward us, for sure. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. The town of Baldera will be our headquarters for this operation. Our destination is Fort Tuatha, a day northwest of Baldera. We must capture the fort. Our reconnaissance spotted huge troops on the other side of the river, but they're not expecting us. To cross the river, we must use one of two bridges or send over air units, which you almost definitely don't have access to at this point. We're sure to be attacked once on the other side. They're not coming to us, so we have to go to them. We've actually fought on this battlefield before. The difference is we were fighting against the Zenobians? I think that's right. We were fighting against the rebels at that time. Now we are the rebels. Be careful, Isom. Now, I think what I remember about this battle is that there's lots of ambush units, including ambush units around your headquarters. Let's get everybody deployed. All right, everybody's deployed. So we've got a pretty simple layout to this map. It's going to depend a lot on how much they're sending at us. If they don't send a ton at us, I'm going to try to pick one side off and then the other. The left-hand side has a couple of cities with really low morale. The right-hand side, middling morale. They're like in the 40s. So we're definitely going to have our middling alignment people stretched kind of thin. I think we'll go ahead and start with Aznabel because his group definitely needs experience. We'll send him that way. And how low is Woody's alignment these days? Low-ish. Low-ish. So that should be good enough for capturing a city that's like 28, which I think, yeah, 28 over here. So we're going to do that. We're expecting an ambush on the headquarters, so we're going to leave a bunch of people back there. But we'll let them get out a bit to scout and then send their backup along with them. Hannibal. That's a chaotic unit, so we're definitely going to want someone more positive. Maybe Sheila to go and wipe that out. Let's just go ahead and get her. Sheila. Shirley. Sorry, Samantha, I forgot your name. And we'll see what we have to see up here in the north. Should pop up in just a second as they turn. There it is. Sophia. Also, very negatively aligned. So let's send... Who do we want to gain some positive alignment? We can send Leia. That won't be too bad. And let's see what happens here. Pretty sure Woody went to take this city the first time we fought on this battlefield too. Alright, Aznabel, take a break. see if we can see any other enemy units. We might be able to see this city here in a second. Whoop. So there was a Dark Knight for a second there in the north. Does the sorceress come off of the city to fight Leia? Looks like no. Looks like the answer is no. So how many units have we got here? A bunch. We've got a bunch. So let's go ahead and send Troy to the west to help back that up. And what do you say we send Katreda to the north to help back that up? That should still leave us with like 3 units at home. Tough ones. I should have paused Woody's march there, but oh well. He can soften them up. I declare in the name of those who strive for revolution. This revolution will fail if we do it your way. You mean winning? You get it? You're not wanted. Your presence is a burden. If you're so concerned about the revelation, you know what to do, right? Self-delete. What? Die for us, right here. I mean, I could say the same. In fact, you're gonna die. Ooh, boo. Come on, worm. You gotta make contact here. Oh, I should move Woody to the other side, because that worm's gonna absorb all the magic. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna feel bad. He's got one more spell to absorb, but it'll put him around 40. That's pretty low. Yeah, I won't be surprised if I lose the fight. Not surprised in the least. Yep. They were very resistant to all of my attacks. They dodged the wyverns. They kind of absorbed and dodged the spells. No big surprises there. Alright, Aznabel. Let's have you go here at the stronghold. Leia, you're going to attack the unit, not the stronghold. And Shirley, it looks like they got weak enough that they're going to try to run, which is great. Their formation got reversed. They should lose one magic spell out of it, but then their gremlins are going to start. One of them will start doing her stun, or its stun. Yeah, let's go for... Can we get the leader? I don't think so. We'll put it on weakest. Just do the best damage you can do. I have a cleric, and none of their people are durable. The gremlins can kind of dodge, but other than that, it's not looking great for them. So I don't have too much concern about pushing these guys until I'm able to wipe the unit out. That baby D. That good baby D. So who wins? Who wins? Yes. That was key. That was key. It didn't matter as much if Woody was able to finish. It matters a lot more that Shirley is able to. Simply because now she's keeping them from getting back on the city and healing. Oh yeah, and Leia's 2 footmen have promoted to knights. So that's pretty great. That's pretty fantastic. Actually, if I'm fighting them again, I may move Leia to the front row so that she does physical attacks, just because these magic users are going to resist a bunch of my magic damage. My Valkyrie are not going to do a ton of damage. Averaging about 16 for each of the 2 Valkyrie that did that. That's very so-so compared to a physical strike. Yeah. Do I win? I win. Not by a ton, though. Not by a ton. So let's take Leia and do what we said. Let's move her into the front. We'll move her into the front side. And we'll switch their positions. I think that'll do it fine. Yeah. I want someone behind Leia to absorb the magic, if possible. but I don't want someone to absorb a lot of magic. I think that position puts them in a good spot. Alright, now let's take a look at this knight here. Destro. That is a name for a dark knight. So there's a black knight in the front row. Wow, that's a lot of physical damage. A lot. Those doll mages are going to get 2 attacks in the front. And the beast tamers are going to get 2 in the mid row. And of course the dark knight, black knight's going to get 2 attacks in the front. So that's a total of 10 strikes. This one has magic defense penetrating. Yeah, that's going to be rough. That's going to be really rough. I'm probably going to need to do something to soften him up. Alright, looks like the next fight is going to be Shirley. Both of these units are trying to retreat away from me, which is actually going to be really useful. If I want to, I can use the fatigue trick to force them to camp before I fight. Maybe not over here because I've got them pinned against the wall. That's not good. That's not good. One of my Valkyrie is already quite weak, and she's likely to get hit. In fact, if she gets hit once, I'll have to be very cautious with her. So it looks like the damage is spreading in the way that I would want. It's actually not concentrating hardly at all, which is good for me. We'll go ahead and pause to prevent the weird lag bug. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to cycle units a little bit just to preserve their hit points, because who knows what's going to happen once I take that city. And here's what we'll do. Here's the strategy. I'm going to put Leia on the opposite side. I'm going to move this unit over, which will put a lot of spells on both that one and that one. Yeah. So if they want to attack a certain rank and there's nothing behind it, they'll attack whatever's in the front. So some of the spells should hit this full hit point knight. Some of them will hit this about 2/3 hit point Valkyrie, and that's it. Yeah, that should do it. Let's go back to the fight. Hopefully we're going to finish them off completely in this combat, though. They don't have a lot of hit points left. So I'm seeing about 5 strikes total, 5 or 6 to finish them. Depends on how much she can do. Yeah. Yep. There we go. There's a crit. Oh, that'll finish. Yeah, that one's dead. There we go. Very good. Wow, 61. About 20 per each kill. So they're actually... Leia's group is a little underleveled. Seems like my units are always just a little bit underleveled. Get her back to the stronghold to recuperate. So now we're just trying to... Ooh, Woody. Liberated. Now we're just trying to brace for whatever's coming up next. Woody might be able to intercept if this wizard group somehow gets around me. But I don't think they will. Shirley's group has the tankiness to just hold on. So there's no reason for her to back off. She should be able to keep the wizard group in fleeing mode. Yep, defended the magic. That's the thing about Valkyrie. They have good across the board stat growth, but it's average, which means in the end they're average at everything. They don't have a fantastic skill. On the other hand, their upgraded class has a spell attack that does area damage, so it's pretty good. And as you can tell from Leia's group, my Valkyrie have no trouble combining to do big spell attacks. Ooh. Come on, Shirley. Come on, get him. Pin him on that river. Alright. Leia's gonna get there and heal up. Aha. Aha. Vanilla, the sorceress. Weird. Okay, that's not a very intimidating group. 5 physical strikes and 2 spells. Valkyrie don't have great physical defense. They have okay physical defense. And this group, I'm not quite sure I understand at all. 2 spells, 3 strikes. That's it. Yeah, that's not that much. This Dark Knight up here gets twice as many attacks as that group. Let's see. Yeah, we can go for the leader on this one. Yeah, both the Baby D and the Archer should be able to focus it. Oh, I changed the Amazon in this group into an Archer. Specifically because her stat growth as an Archer is better. And it'll get her to being able to be a Valkyrie sooner. So, it made sense to make her into an Archer as a stepping stone. And I've done that with at least one other unit. I think maybe it's Aznabel's. Like, the class changes just don't make sense, except the stat growth per level gets them to the classes I want faster. Let's see, there's at least one ninja in the mid-rank. I guess that's probably Aznabel's group. And that's just to help him get to Berserker sooner, something like that. Or Wizard, yeah, it was help to get it to Wizard sooner. Okay, a Paladin. Ouch. Paladins are kind of like Black Knights, except way stronger. They have a holy sword, so it ignores a lot of physical defense. They get 3 strikes in the front. And in the back row, instead of attack spells, they get a heal spell. So even if you attack their formation from behind, they still do a decent job of supporting their unit. And they have 2 Valkyrie in the back. That amounts to 5 physical strikes, 3 of them ignoring defense, and 4 spells for a total of 9 attacks. Yeah, that's potentially that one's worse than the Black Knight group. That's definitely an elite group compared to everything else we've fought. Alright, stick these guys back on weak. Hopefully they'll focus down that one little gremlin there. The damage from Abyss is never that big of a deal, but it's easy to underestimate the effect the sleep has. Like, they canceled all my heals for this fight. Well, if they did that every fight, I don't have any sustain. I wonder if I'm fatigued. Oh, that's funny. They lost to 2 gremlins. That's funny. Let's see if their fatigue is high, because they're having a lot of trouble fighting them. Yeah, it's a little up there. So I'm going to send them back to just recover. Probably send Troy to take that unit out. Alright, Leia. Why are you facing that way? Yeah, I'd much rather know if something's coming across the river. Alright, we're just going to... Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and see if the shop has changed. I don't think the shop has changed. Magic weapons. Yeah, magic. It's all magic class stuff. But we can see what kind of lore they'll give us this time. Don't start any fights here, okay? Who are you fighting? If you're only practicing, just go somewhere else. Jeez. Alright, and we'll have Leia check this side out. What? You again? Huh? You've never been here before. I guess those were your friends. They had the same flag as you. I mean, we already knew that we're fighting people claiming to be for the revolution, right? So, thanks. I think they could have spaced the lore out a bit. Troy, fatigue is gone. Go get some experience. This is your best shot here, Troy. Okay? Trust me. This is the best it's going to get for you. So, what to do? What to do? I have a feeling that once I cross the river, it's going to trigger some of those elite units to come after me. But it may also trigger an attack on my headquarters. Troy, that is embarrassing. Dude, embarrassing. You've done 0 damage. They can barely damage you and you've done 0. Embarrassing. Okay, there we go. Miss. There, okay. Alright. That should be enough to win, at least. They did like 33 damage. And I barely was able to hit them. Barely able to beat them. Pathetic. It's a little weird to me that the birdmen attack with big hammers. You wouldn't think of flying men as preferring a hammer as a weapon. Like maybe something more aerodynamic, like a spear, maybe even a sword. Okay, so like we said, we're not really sure what to do next. If that paladin comes down this way, I really don't have a unit capable of handling that. On the other hand, if that Dark Knight comes down, wow, that side doesn't really have a good answer either. I'm going to send Rebecca over to the west. I'm going to send her to the west because I'm going to have her try to fight off that paladin. I don't mind her losing some of her alignment. I don't mind her dragons becoming more chaotic. I don't really want to move more units off of the capital, but I kind of feel like I don't have a choice. I'm not planning on using Linus a lot. Dio is pretty upgraded relative to my other squads, so yeah, I think this is the best split. We still got 2 units on the headquarters to deal with magic enemies appearing out of nowhere. I don't see anything happening. If I had air units, I would definitely fly one up towards this mountain to try to scout out if there was anything else out there. Alright. Just take a poke there. Take a little poke at them. The second that I see them start sending something, I'm going to turn him around. Because he definitely... There it is. There it is. There it is. There's an ambush. Is there one over here? I don't see one over here. Boy, that's a nasty ambush. Because they immediately send it up behind the character that's trying to cross the bridge. They're trying to pincher you on the bridge. Okay, the witch group is coming too. I don't remember the witch group being very scary though. Yeah, not really. It's going to be that paladin. It's going to be that paladin. So what's in here? Okay, 3 spells and 4 strikes. 7 total. Yeah, the leader is exposed. She's level 10. Troy is level... What level are you, Troy? Level 9? He might actually be able to take her on, actually. Let's have him try to soften her up. And who's here? Woody? Are you fully healed? Yes. You are also going after her. Go right after her. If Woody can soften her up, I'll let Troy move to take her out, because he won't be as good against the paladin that's coming in. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So I've got 3 more hits able to hit their leader. They only need to average about 16, 17? About 17. Depends on this spell. Yes, yeah, we can kill the leader. Yep. Very good. Once again, that poor worm on the other side is having to tank an entire side's worth of damage. Poor guy. But we definitely won there. Wow, they gained almost 50 experience from that fight. 50 experience? What level is Woody? Is he way under level? He's level 7. He's lower level than Troy. Okay. Alright, whatever. Now for Troy, They don't have their leader anymore. I think I'm just going to have him come down because I'm a lot more concerned about holding the city than I am about finishing off a skull unit that has absolutely no ability to challenge me anymore. Now, one strategy that I like to use when I've got really nasty units coming in, I will take the units I want to hit it with, and I will send them out as soon as I can. I will have them moving at the earliest opportunity. Surely, let her take the second strike if necessary. And the reason is, I can go out, I can engage the enemy in a fight. If I lose, it pushes me back towards my town, where I can immediately jump on it and heal up a bit before taking the next fight. It gives me a little extra sustain. Likewise, it gives me a little extra room to decide if I need to do something. You know, if they attack me right on top of my city and they beat the whole stack like that paladin could, that's really bad news. It's too late to really make any changes at that point. So hitting them before they hit you is a good idea. When it's a really tough unit, you're feeling questions about how you're going to handle it. It's a good idea. Because of the angle of the fight here, I don't really want her to retreat if possible. They don't have any healing, so I think I'm just going to try to put all of my damage on that paladin, even if it's not going to be as effective as I would like. Okay, yes. So far my Ds, my Thunder Ds, are doing a really good job of resisting the damage. They're doing a really, really good job of it. In fact, with those 2 blocks that they've done, that might give me the fight. Lightning. Yeah, how about you use some lightning damage on my Thunder Dragons? They won that. Wow, they still won. That's the power of a paladin. That's the power of a paladin. It surely catches up to him. Unfortunately, in this position, that paladin's going to get heals. It's actually likely that I'm not going to be able to win this. In fact, Shirley might get beat up enough by this. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to finish him. Shirley might get beat up enough by this that she needs to back off. That baby D really needs to go ahead and evolve. So, the funny thing is, that paladin almost healed enough that he would choose not to flee back to his stronghold. Yep, lost that one too. Lost that one too. He almost healed himself enough to go out of fleeing mode. And he still could. That would be terrible. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't be terrible. That'd be great, because that would mean he would come back at me without full hit points. Alright, so now we've just got the witch to deal with, and frankly, I think we send Troy first. But you can see a little bit of how my strategy would have come into play. Rebecca and Shirley were able to get onto that town before the witch came down. If anything, I should have sent them out a little sooner. Yeah, let's just leave it as is. It looks like they're attacking weakest. It's not really going to do much for me to switch it to leader, because I'll get like 2 bow shots against her and she might dodge them. Much better in this circumstance to just try to put the damage onto units where it'll stick. So the big question here is, do they run? Do they run? Or do they come back? Whenever a squad leader gets very damaged, they will typically run away. It's rare that they don't. Most squads will not run away when one of their regular units gets beat up. So we'll see. Looks like she's still coming. Aha! A fencer. Okay, that's a more chaotic aligned group. How many strikes did they get? 5? That's not that much. In fact, if I had Katreda over here, I'd let her take the strikes. But as it is, still, it's not that much. I might even send Troy against them. Oh, goodness. I thought he got side attacked. This is going to be a battle of attrition. It's just going to be applying damage over and over, not to any one particular thing until something goes down. My 3 front row people have to split their damage between 2 targets. And my back row archer has to split her damage between 2 other targets. You noticed I moved the cleric to the other side during the fight, and that was because I wanted the witch to disable either the Birdman, Hawkman, or the Amazon, because I value the healing more than the damage. I don't want my cleric getting stunned. If my cleric continues to heal, I've got all the sustain I need. There's no reason to back off. I just keep hitting them until they're dead. Oh, the enemy just used an item there. Almost certainly a healing item. So it's lucky for us that it was not a particularly strong unit that did that. Oh, very good. Very good. Very good. Amazon, you better shoot the right target here. But yeah, as you advance through the game, enemy units start carrying items. They start carrying healing stuff. So that even you bang them up really good in one fight, you better hope they don't bang you up too much. Your budget can very quickly go into healing items if you continue taking bad fights. So this is actually proceeding pretty well. We knocked out one of their units. We're getting the experience from it. And that means that our people can avoid getting too much experience overflow by killing a bunch of stuff in one fight. Not that Troy's unit ever killed a bunch of stuff in one fight. Not that he's ever been capable of that. So that fencer and ninja group that's coming down, they're not very tanky, but they are agile. I wonder if they would even be able to deal with Troy. It's very weird that Troy's group could end up being the rock that breaks a lot of these attacks. I think I'm going to try pitting him against them, because I don't really mind the alignment change. Like, I've got a cleric in the group, but I want her to stay positive. I think Troy can get to his advanced class just fine with a relatively positive alignment, relatively lawful. The Birdmen, I don't mind if they become positive advanced classes. So we'll see. I haven't been paying attention to their alignment, frankly. It's probably better if I play it more neutral, just because that gives me more options. Another fight or two and those Birdmen, Hawkmen, should level up. Chicken men. There we go. Chicken men. They are what they taste like, so they're chicken men. Let's see. He's got pretty lawful. Pretty lawful. We need to have him to start hunting some more lawful stuff. I'd like for the chicken hawk men, I'd like for them to be more chaotic if possible, just so that I can switch them out with Woody to accompany the worms, and that'll give me a flying unit. So when we tried to cross the river, we had an ambush unit appear down here. If we try to cross the river on this side, I wonder if an ambush unit will appear over here or at the headquarters. I didn't send Shirley out early to take care of that recovery trick I mentioned earlier, just because I'm not worried about the damage this group will put out. I'm just not worried about it. Let's have them target weakest. Hopefully that'll have them focus damage a bit. Yeah. I expect to win the damage contest here, and I'm definitely going to win the sustain contest. Like, I'm going to out-sustain them. No question. You can see none of their damage has really managed to stick. I've got a little bit on the Valkyrie, and that's all. One advantage to fighting enemy units that have their leader in the back, even if you can't reach the enemy unit, is that that unit usually won't retreat until the leader is about the only thing left. So you can actually handle those units early more easily than the ones that instantly lose a lot of health on their leader. Baby D, let's focus. Let's focus. I think some people might feel frustrated playing this game because they want to be able to kind of Final Fantasy style tell this unit to do that attack on that unit. But with limitations comes creativity. With limitations comes interesting choices. And so to me, it's the fun of watching a squad that I've assembled go to combat and me trying to use the AI behavior of the units to get the outcome I want, and taking advantage of the other side's AI behavior. So yeah, like in a case like this, I really would wish that my awesome baby D would focus that middle ninja and get rid of him. But he doesn't, and that's fine. That's fine. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, no. So, unfortunately, the fencer is low enough, because I've been sniping him the whole time, every fight. He's low enough that he'll definitely try to retreat now. I just don't think he has the position to do it. I think it's too late. Is he really just coming at me? Is that a suicide unit or what? Come on, baby D. Get some blocking in there. You don't think of dragons as being agile or anything, but they do get a surprising number of blocks. A surprising number. You are dragon food. So I think I've only got one bow attack left. That won't be enough. Even with a crit, it wouldn't be enough. Baby D is not evolved yet. Let's check his level. Let's check his level and see how close he is to the Thunder Dragons. For classes like dragons, he's level 8. For classes like dragons, they evolve when all of the conditions are met and a little bit of probability thrown in. So even if it actually meets the requirements for evolving, and it hasn't yet, it doesn't mean that it definitely will. And they have to evolve on level up, so it's not like any random fight can do it. Nom 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 nom. Come on. Come on. Nope. So there was a 2-level difference between Baby D and the Thunder Ds. It is still 1 level below them now. Not really sure if we're going to see an evolution at the next level or not. Could be, maybe not. I'm wanting to go ahead and poke across the other side of the river too, to go ahead and get all that started. I feel like once we do that, maybe we'll know if we're going to get attacked, ambushed at our headquarters. If not, I'll move everything forward. Isom and Linus can get in on this too. They're definitely going to get in on it before the end. They're not doing very much damage. I'd say they're probably pretty fatigued, which is perfect for my purposes. I'm not here for a big battle. I'm here to clean up. Overall, I should take a alignment drop fighting this unit, so that's good. Like I said, I'm trying to aim everybody kind of at the middle. If the chicken men will stay kind of in the middle of their alignment, they should be able to go to either of their advanced classes. There's like a negative leaning one and there's a positive leaning one. Worms are chaotic units, so I'd kind of like to have a chaotic leader to go with them. I don't think they evolve past their... No, they don't. They don't evolve past their one upgrade, so I guess it wouldn't matter which class I sent. Once I evolve them, I can just ignore their alignment. I do kind of like the negative alignments abilities better, though. I think it looks a little cooler. And ouch. I don't know. Hammers. Chickens wielding hammers. Hard leather. I got hard leather. Sounds like a heavy metal band name. All right, I'm getting impatient. Let's go ahead and... Oh, Dio's in the south. That's right. So the most disposable unit over here is Aznabel. Let's go ahead and send him to trigger all this. And let's go ahead and stick him here. Yeah, here comes... Okay. That's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to have somebody scouting to tell me when that unit was coming back. And we'll just stick her there. We'll put her out ahead to take advantage of that trick that I claim to use. Bruce. This is our first time seeing Bruce. Okay, not bad. 1 breath attack in the back, 2 physical per unit in the front for a total of 5. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not a full unit. They could have stuck another person in there. And that's weak. That's weak. 4 spells, 2 strikes. Yeah. Not even much tankiness, and the leader's exposed. That's good. So there's 2 really serious units on this map. There it is. There it is. There's 2 really serious units, the Black Knight and the Paladin, and the rest are about on the level of what we've been facing. Otto the Phalanx. Physical strikes can take this down if they don't target the leader. As far as resisting it, yeah, I think she's a good match. Get her in there. Did I already pin him? I didn't. We'll have father and daughter try to take down this phalanx. Now, did I have any others? I don't see any others. Okay. Okay, alright. I made a change to Linus's unit. I'm not sure if I have mentioned that. I took out the ghost and I put in a footman. Which is not super effective, but I'm hoping he'll end up becoming a wizard so I can do combination spells in that group. I feel like the skeletons do a good enough job of tanking without having an extra ghost in the squad. I feel like they do well enough. Alright, my boyos. Attack weakest. Very good. It almost doesn't matter if I win this fight. I'll apply damage and I'll heal most of theirs off. Yeah, and they're pathetic little... Just trying to scratch up my golems. Scratch. Nah. Nah. I'm going to return 6 attacks on you. It is funny, that Valkyrie was the one that really had the best chance to deal damage, and it targeted the cleric that resists magic. Okay, I feel okay over on this side, except for whatever's coming in as a follow-up. Linus is moving up that way. She probably won't get there until most of the heavy fighting is over. So in the meantime, we're going to see what happens here with the Western Front. If I can just kill this paladin, You know what? Let's attack weakest. I want him to come back. I don't want the paladin to run. I want him to come back. Good. They're not doing a lot of damage to my dragons. They're doing very poor damage, which is great. That means I've got enough sustain in them to be able to take another fight, at least one more fight with this group, pretty easily. But yeah, I switched to weakest, hoping that I'm going to be able... Boy, those blocks. Those blocks. Hoping that he'll keep coming back and I can wear out his knight support. Nope. Fine, coward. Why don't you just come lose, coward? Katrina, round 2. Golems versus ninjas. Sounds like a really cheesy indie mobile game or something. Golems versus ninjas. Yeah, if this was Pokemon, all of their attacks would be described as, it's not very effective. It's just not. There's a crit. I like the crit. Looking at the ninja's hit points, you can tell which golem is higher level. One of them is clearly putting a lot more damage out. Asnabel, you know what, man? She's got it. She's got it. So it's going to be the mage group first. That weak mage group. And then the Black Knight. So who do we have intercept the mage group? Maybe... maybe Isom. He's got a pretty strong group. He's nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, I'll let him go first. So Katrina's going to polish this off. Oh, they reversed their formation because they're running. Yeah. They had an item, and after using the item, chose to just continue running. Alright. I can do this all day, literally. Oh, in this formation, the enemy can't attack my back row anymore, which means I can only use physical strikes on my golems. And I have a cleric. Not gonna go well for them. Oh yes, oh yes. So let's go ahead and have Leia. I don't have as much firepower over here as I felt like. Let's go ahead and have Leia go after Destro. Is Destro the only unit in the middle column? He is, so they can triple magic her. Very good. Because I don't feel great about handling this attack, I'm going to have her back off. So my plan here... Woody? Good, good. As long as someone's facing this way, that's good. I'm going to have Isom take the first attack, and then immediately retreat. I'm going to have Leia take the Dark Knight, and try to triple magic him. At least once. And hopefully get him kind of weakened enough to be finished off. Let Isom go in and take the next fight after that. In fact, I might have Leia's group run away, if possible, so that the Black Knight's group doesn't gain any distance from losing the fight. Am I targeting leader with this? Yes, I am. Yeah, that'd be great if I can knock out the leader. I've got 3 more attacks to put on him. And there he goes. That turned out great for me. Although I may not put Isom in the middle. I'll probably put him on the left. That's the most protected spot on the front row at this point. So the guy in the middle may end up taking more strikes. Ah! Okay. Change of plans. Isom's just going to go for him. Looks like he'll be able to take it. Looks like he'll be able to take it. As long as he doesn't take so much damage in this counterattack. Which it looks like it looks like they won't do that much. And the knight goes down. Very good. Very good. Very good. They get 4 more hits on me. We accept them all very well. That engagement went great for us. It went great. Yeah, Black Knights, if he had been a little bit higher level, he would have been a lot scarier. Kind of like that Paladin. The Paladin's got everything except the damage behind his strikes. He's only doing like 20 to my dragons. So, not too worried about that. They both lost their leaders. They both lost their leaders. So, Katreda, you can go ahead and clean up what you were doing. Leia is under-leveled, I said, so I will let her go and try to finish those off. We'll see if that upper dude starts to come down once I cross the river. Because before I've just gotten close to the bridges, but now I'm actually crossing the river. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send 3 units at once. And the idea is I'm going to hit that Paladin with a stack and hopefully prevent him from being able to escape that way. Leave it like that. Those Doll Mages should only get 1 attack in the back row, so I've reduced about 1/3 of their damage by hitting them from behind. Oh, Leia needs to move to the back again. Yeah, she needs to move to the back again. She does okay damage here. She does usually a little better damage on the back. Actually, she might be doing better here. She might be, just because, wow. You're a knight, right? You focus on physical defense, right? Those Doll Mages have better magic defense than physical defense. That's what I was going to say. I feel a little uncomfortable letting her just roam across their side of the river. But, nah, it's alright. So what's better, 1 strike or 2 spells? Probably 2 spells. Yeah, this looks fine. I think the Paladin is the only one that's still healing over there. I don't think that Witch is still healing. I think she retreated a long time ago and just hasn't come back out yet. Yeah, this one's only a matter of time. Even though they've only lost 1 unit, with the way that they're presenting the back of their formation to me, it's just a matter of time before I grind them down. It's a little late for a healing item there, buddy-o. It's a little bit late. Now here's the real test of endurance. How many fights is it going to take for them to clean up this phalanx? Oh, something else I just remembered about the post-battle glitch, where sometimes things that should happen immediately at the end of a battle don't. So, for example, the glitch is if you pause immediately after a battle, like I have here, then you will immediately re-enter combat if you're close enough to an enemy unit to go back into combat once you unpause. If you don't unpause, it takes a couple of seconds or so before that happens. Another feature of that is enemy units will use healing items in that pause. If you, not in that pause, in that gap, in that couple of seconds between combats, they'll use healing items, even if you have them pinned and you're immediately going back at them. If you pause, almost all of the time, they won't use the healing items. So that's a good way to beat an enemy unit that's just ready to take 5 or 6 or 7 good fights before they wear down. And those can be an enormous pain. Right? We've got our stack moving. We're going to have Leia camp. Mostly because I just don't want her getting too far over to the west. Alright, here's an interesting call. I think I'm going to go ahead and have all of these guys stack on Evan right now. Even though I'm close to the river and I do not like fighting with a river right at my back. Mostly because I'm confident of winning, especially with a stack of 3 units. So we'll see how it goes. Rebecca's going to take the first attack. That's great. She has the best track record of wearing that paladin down. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have her do that. It looks like Woody is going to be the follow-up. There's that. Very good, very good. Because the paladin has 3 strikes, that actually gives us a little bit more time to grab a battle pause and try to retreat. There we go. There we go. Because once you get to the last attack of any sort, even if it's a healing spell in a combat, once someone moves to do that ability, you can't retreat anymore. The combat's over. With this, Paladin's at 12 hit points. I've got a stack right on top of him. So we'll see what happens here. Does he use a healing item? Do I go right back into combat? He's trying to run. He's trying to run. Okay. Alright. Unfortunately, I didn't get to fight him head on. The big question here is, does Woody get his spell off first? And the answer is probably not. Probably he won't. They're a little under-leveled. I think the Paladin's going to do his heal first. Yep, there it is. There it is. So now he's got 42. And he'll have another heal as well. So probably I cannot finish him off in this fight. That's okay. Woody's actually doing quite well, considering what he's up against. And he did not make the situation worse. In fact, he can take another fight like that with his hit points on those worms. So that's not too bad. He didn't make things worse. This sorceress here, Vanilla, what does she have? Okay, anybody that can resist physical damage, Troy, will do fine going up against that. And it doesn't look like she's moving to engage. I might be able to scare this paladin off of the city. Or, if he wants to take me on head-to-head, hey, that's great. Expose yourself, buddy. Don't put up any heals there, buddy. I did not camp Leia's group for the healing, but we did get a little bit of healing. A little bit. And it's nice that we took out that Beastmaster. That's 2 of their 6 attacks. So, in future fights, they're going to do a lot less damage to me. And there's a third one. I think because of how they're lined up, I'm going to go ahead and move Leia into the back rank. I'm going to move that other Valkyrie into the back rank. Because when they go to use their magic, they're only going to have one thing they can target. And that means they will triple pretty much every time. And if they triple every time, then I'll get splash damage off of it. And that's a good thing. I'll let this dude fatigue himself. I don't want him moving further north and getting me involved in whatever else is going on up there. Woody's taking this fight. That's not great. I didn't want him to take this fight. Yeah, I wasn't watching closely enough, so that's my fault. Yeah, they're a little bit too weak to take that paladin on now, especially on the right side. The paladin will do at least 20 damage when he hits. If he hits that right side wyvern, that puts him at 22. Yeah. Oh no. First time for me to lose a unit. First time in this campaign to lose a unit. Plus that worm didn't get access to that 51 experience. That sucks. Somehow I won the fight. Okay. Where is my witch's den? Right here. Convenient, considering that I need it immediately. Troy, how about you lock on to Evan? Because I think even you can beat him at this point. Alright. Nope. Taking the city is more important. Let's put you on Vanilla. Woody, we'll put you on the city because I think you're here to liberate it. That'll get you the witch's den, get you healing. I think this is going to work out fine. Even if I go for leader, I can only hit the paladin with my Amazon. And she's not going to get 2 shots on him before he heals. So, I think we go for weakest. We hope that the front line can take down that weakened Valkyrie. And in fact, the paladin is probably going to spend his heal on her. Yeah, at 9 damage. No, he healed himself. Interesting. She had a lower percentage of health. Very interesting. She had a lower percentage of health, but he cast it on himself instead. I guess because he's the unit leader. So it seems like unit leaders get a little bit more priority for healing than the commoners of the squad. Those other folk. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Woody. We'll have him... There we go. There we go. We'll have him get on the stronghold. Make sure that Rebecca is going after him. In fact, she might need the space. She might need the time to run up there. Because as soon as I capture that city, Evan's going to start retreating towards the capital. Okay, this is not scary at all. But I'll switch the formation to put the cleric on the right in the next attack, so that the cleric can accept those magic attacks instead of my poor chicken man. That'll give me my best resistance against their best attack. Yeah, Troy himself is going to be fine. He's going to be able to resist those Amazon attacks, because they're... You can call them a balanced unit if you want, but really they're just okay. They're only fine. That top right city is... I think the alignment was 44. Asnabel should be in range to do that. Yeah, he's very neutral, so he should be in range to do that. Let's just go ahead and send him in that direction. I want to know what's up there. And then I want to kill it. Surely, I don't think anything else is coming after this city. So she can just move up. Woody? Woody, don't worry. I'll get your pet worm back, buddy. Don't you worry. Yeah, I know. I love that worm too. The way they dodge is awesome. Crit. A little crit. Merry Critmas. No? No. Okay. Yeah, Troy's group, that cleric, man. Troy's group has kind of underperformed since I formed it. But with that cleric, they've been able to hang in there and bring down some stuff they really didn't have any place bringing down. If only they would miss less. Woody liberated. Alright, so this is our first time losing a unit. That means it's our first time in the Witch's Den, too. Cities that have a Witch's Den can revive your characters. Can I help you? You're fighting a war, aren't you? Through years of research, I finally came upon a way to perform miracles without relying on a god. I think, but my experiment is going slow due to a lack of willing subjects. Now I can revive those fallen in battle. Doing this will help me with my research. I do have to ask for a small fee, though. Do you need my skills? Yeah. Who needs to be revived? The dead one. So you want Arcadia to be brought back to life, eh? That'll cost you 430 goth. Sure. Hulp, the god of wisdom, grant me the secret of returning the deceased back to life. You just said you didn't need the help of a god. What is that all about? People contradicting themselves left and right in this game. There, I'm done. Looks like everybody is alive and well. There are others like me throughout the land who carry out their own experiments. Visit them in case misfortune falls on your comrades. But don't push yourself too hard. Take care. Okay, creepy, not very self-aware, self-contradicting person. Since we took the city, we'll go ahead and have Woody see if there's anyone besides the witch interesting in that town. But be careful heading west. Wintonus is too close to Lotus. They'll notice you. You're no match for them. Is that a question? Is that a warning or a question? Is this advice or an inquiry? Like, what? What? All right. Yeah, it looks like Evan is trying to make a break for the headquarters. No, we're not going to allow that. Why would we? And we'll see if that Black Knights group is fatigued enough to let Leia go ahead and head after him. One hammer strike. Pop. Oh, brains everywhere. Ooh. How are they doing? It's extremely high. Yeah, she needs to go ahead and get up there. Let's feed our Thunderdees a little... Paladin? Paladin? You know what? I probably could have put them in the back and had them double breath attack him. I don't know that they're fast enough to have done that, though. Come on, 15? Yes, a crit! She would have done 16 anyway. If you overkill a unit, you actually don't get credit for the damage that goes above the hit points that you actually remove. So you can get a massive crit on a unit with 1 hit points and still lose the fight because that only counted as 1 hit point of damage. So that unit's done. Who do I want to clean it up? What's left? There's a knight and a Valkyrie. I do want her group to become more chaotic. I think I'll let her do it. I'm going to have her heal first, though. There we go. I think all the stuff that we need to kill that we haven't is up here in the northeast, except for the cleanup stuff. All right. Crossing this bridge right here. Yeah. Nothing's happening. Nobody's attacking the south. Okay. Bruce. What was in his group again? Not another ninja group. Yeah, it's weak. I can probably let Aznabel fight it. In fact, Aznabel needs the ability to do some cleanup here. I think I need Aznabel to liberate that city. So let's just go ahead and take this whole stack up there. It'd be great if you could select multiple units at once and have them all move, but it's a game from the 90s. Quality of life? What's that? All right. Leia, can you do it? Can you finish? Show me what you got. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. They're both dead. One more time. There we go. So I think they got about 17 experience for each fight. They're right about on par then. What level are they? Balder Axe. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Level 8. Yeah, so I'm about 2 levels below the enemy units. That's okay. That's okay. The Balder Axe is nice because that's the equipment needed to do the negative aligned Chicken Man class. Leia, don't go that way. Don't go that way. Go that way. Don't go fighting the boss. It's not time to fight the boss. And Dio's still chilling at home. I'm still feeling a little paranoid, so we're not moving yet. I mean, I don't want to lose the battle at this point, because they just randomly spawn some units on top of my headquarters. Ah! Yeah, wow! Okay. Wow, I'm not even attacking leader. Yeah, this is definitely the squad where I just gave people random classes to allow them to have better stat growth. I've got a Berserker in this class, which is great. That's what I wanted. I wanted to have another Berserker to go with Aznabel. I've got a Ninja, and the reason I have a Ninja is that it makes his, I think it's mentality stat, or mental, whatever, grow better. Aznabel, can you bully him off of that city? It looks like the answer is no. How are you on stats? How are you on hit points, I mean? Okay. Let's reform. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just do that. That's better. It's not optimal for offense, but it's pretty good for sustain without healing. Cycling stuff in and out of the front line. All 5 of my units can accept the front line if they need to. I can't have him take another hit. So after I've done all of my attacks, I gotta back off. I should have 2 more. 1 and 2. Okay. I can risk it and hope the ninja doesn't just kill my footman. It's not worth it. It'd be a big pain if it happened, so. Yeah, they won the fight. Yeah, they took the field of battle. Alright, how are we doing? Rebecca? Yeah, she's ready to do it. She's ready to put an end to this paladin that scared me half the fight. Rebecca, pin to him. Over here, everybody's moving up. Yay! Aznabel! Alright, this is the last town that we haven't been in. That sounds right. Prince Yuma was made general of Wintonus' army. If you go into Wintonus, you will face his army. He seems like a pretty good guy. It's a nice piece of lore. It gives you a feeling of how the common people feel about Prince Yuma. Seems like a good guy. A little bit of a sissy, but, well, you know, I guess that's what happens. The D squad. Alignment up. They just killed some goody-goodies. My dragon ate that woman alive. Balder Claw. I believe that's what's required for Ninja Masters. By the way, speaking of Ninja Masters, that's what the boss of this level is. Aznabel, how are you doing? Not great. Not very well. Okay. Well, that's too bad. Let's go ahead and change your formation. I think once the Berserker is healed up, we'll go ahead and go. And how close are you to fatiguing? Not close at all. Aha. Okay. Ninja Master. Nagate. I don't remember if he uses magic in this spot or not. I don't think he does. But anyway, he should have, I think, a couple of strikes there. And 2 from each fencer, that's 6. And 2 more from the ninjas for 8. I'm not sure that's even the strongest unit on this level. The strongest one in this battle. Might not be. Although the paladin did underperform grossly relative to what I was expecting out of him. I'll let this guy do the fatigue trick. I don't feel like peeling him off of the boss at all. And we'll probably just take a second And then move them all up. All right, cleanup time. That is some weird behavior out of that wizard. Okay, a little bit about this wizard's weird behavior. Wherever you kill a leader, that unit will just stand there. They will just stand in that spot forever. If you come close to them, they try to flee from you. But if you move away, they try to move back to that spot where they were when they fled from you. If you beat them in a fight, it forces them to retreat. It pushes them across the map. And wherever they stop becomes their new resting point. So what happened with the wizard was I beat him and forced him to retreat somewhere south of here. But then he just ran away when I came up to take the city. So now he's just trying to move back down to where he was. He kept bouncing off of his get scared radius every time he came near this city. And so that's why he was acting a little weird, as if he was trying to edge around me. There is actually some AI in it. It's actually trying to get to a specific place. It's just he's not trying to take a city or anything like that. Baby D, are we going to get an evolution this time, Baby D? Are we going to get our platinum dragon this time, Baby D? Better be. All right, we've cleaned the map. I think we can send Dio up, but we won't. Because yes, I am that paranoid. Yes, I'm that paranoid. I'm not even going to wait for the South group to get here. We're just going to go ahead and finish it with the East group.
Not bad. So different from Frederick, that coward. Too bad. Your strength is too valuable to be wasted, but you're really nothing but a hindrance to us. I really don't want to, if I don't have to, but it's all for the revolution. Farewell.
Okay, why must we fight? Shouldn't we concentrate our energy on the Western Division?
I'm pissed off at his beat around the bush. Everyone living in peace is nothing but a dream. A dream. We do things by force. That's what we believe in. We'll change the world ourselves, for ourselves. Anybody who stands against us will fall.
I mean, no. You know how I know? Because you're the boss, and this is not the end of the game. Oh, did I turn it off of attack leader? Somebody else gets to kill him. So can I average 24 per strike? No. I get another archer shot. So I only need to average 18? With Isom, yes. That archer shot can do it. Can we get a snipe? Boom.
Liberating Alba changed the Revolutionary Army. Don't think it's the same as before. They learned the sweetness of victory, the joy of winning battles. You think you can keep it under control? Can you stop the momentum? We aren't a bunch of cowards. You better watch your back. Don't trust anybody.
If they're self-obsessed narcissists that talk about killing all the time, then I'll watch my back. Hanya mask. That's the headgear for a ninja master. Ninja masters, they do some damage in the front row. They do a little damage in the middle row. And they can do magic in the back row. But again, there's nothing super special about them. They're kind of a middling class.
Congratulations on your long-awaited appointment to General, my lord. How does it feel?
State your business.
My prince seems to be in a bad mood. I came to talk with you about the upcoming battle with the Revolutionary Army. I believe that the Western Division is more than adequate to deal with them, especially since Sir Ankaseth is here. But you never know what's going to happen on the battlefield. That's why I brought some able reinforcements. Oh, how did I do Ankaseth's voice? New voice. Ankaseth gets a new voice. They do not look native. Are they from Lotus? You're very astute, Sir Ankaseth. These men were sent to us by the Holy Lotus Empire. Nonsense. Are you suggesting that we be indebted to Lotus? This is our problem. We must take care of it ourselves. How can you still think that? Where in this kingdom is there strength? Our own problem? Who do you think exercises control over Palatinus? We're nothing but vassals of the Lotus Empire who live in one of their territories. You know all too well that if we can't stop the revolution, this kingdom will perish, don't you? Oh, that's right. Your beloved son is a turncoat, isn't he? You want to avoid fighting your son? You want to treat him with kindness as a father? I guess that's to be expected, even for Ankaseth the Steadfast himself. Ankaseth, is that true? Isom is in the Revolutionary Army? Even Ankaseth the Murderer is ashamed that his son has joined the rebels. You shouldn't hide such an important matter from our prince. My lord, your friend Isom was, until recently, assigned to the Southern Division, but he's now with the Revolutionary Army. He was spotted during the battle against the Southern Division. No, you're lying! I am not lying, my lord. Unfortunately, he turned against us, in front of my very own eyes. What I'm telling you is the truth. Sir Raid! I understand the Central Division's intent, but we have pride as the Western Division. If we accept assistance, it may affect our morale. I'm very sorry, but we must decline. Please deliver our response to the king. If you say so, then there's nothing else for me to say. Since I'm assigned to deal with the Revolutionary Army, I cannot return to the Central Division empty-handed. From now on, we'll act of our own. If you don't mind, of course. If you excuse me, Prince Yumel, I must be going. Sir Ankaseth, you retain your title solely by the mercy of His Majesty. Keep that in mind. Move it! Why? Isom, what happened? Why did you turn on us? Ankaseth, tell me, is it my fault? Because I lack strength? You do lack strength. Something power change? Because I don't have the power to change things. You do lack strength. You do. Yes. Alright, yes, it's done. We dealt with the rebels of the rebels. I'm going to get in there and check and see if there's anything worth recruiting out of that area. Otherwise, I'm going to see you next time.